Hi friends, welcome to Jenny's Light Within. I'm out on a beautiful walk and well, a lot of thoughts bubbling up. I can feel a rant coming, so I thought I would share it with you. Here, share all of this beauty and my rant with you. It's a good rant, I think. I have been lucky enough to be gifted some time away from my beautiful family, my amazing husband, Ben, and my 2 kids, who I love dearly. They're everything to me. They are my foundation, my base. God, I'm so lucky to have my beautiful family. But it's hard work being a mum. It's hard work, you know, looking after 2 kids and providing meals and thinking about how we're going to pay the bills and working and running a household and teaching them how to help clean and all that goes into family life and being a mum. So I've been gifted this time away to have some time to myself, which has just been incredible. Such a great reminder to me of how important it is to have space. Space from your life, space from even those you love dearly, just space to be, space for your nervous system to reset, and space to just think or not think, space to just breathe, to listen, to reignite and recharge the batteries. I'd say it's something we all need, and maybe space away in a little cabin in the forest by yourself is not everyone's cup of tea or idea of a wonderful time away, but whatever works for you. I highly recommend just having that space away from your life, whatever your life looks like, even if you're not a parent and you don't have people depending on you. You know, we've all got lives, and lives get busy, and we can get into routines with our lives and stuck in these ruts, and we don't even realize it half the time. And just having that step away is so important. And the theme of my little time away has been the theme of abundance, and just my recognition and realization of my inherent abundance, of your inherent abundance, of all of our inherent abundance. I realized that abundance it's given to us. Us coming in, having this experience as a human being here, like, that is abundance. That's all of our abundance. And then from that point, it's what we decide to do with it, you know, how we decide to react to it, how we receive what's given to us. And it can be very unpredictable. I get that. And we often get in our own way, deciding that this is not for me, or this is for me, or whatever it might be that we decide. And that's our right. It's our free will to decide. But I'm just realizing in my own life how often I've not realized my abundance, or I've not realized the abundance that's around me. Instead, I've complained and whinged about what I haven't got, rather than noticing what I already have. You know, there's a beautiful quote that says, the secret to having it all is knowing that you already do. Yeah, this little getaway for me has definitely shown me that. For example, yesterday was my first full day in the cabin, and I had decided I was just going to stay, you know, locked up in my cabin. I was going to have lots of walks and maybe some swims. There's a little lake that runs through, and all these ideas of what the day would bring. And I woke up and it was pouring down rain. And the cabin is just so delightfully beautiful, that sunlight poking through all of the rainforest leaves and trees just is what I thought would be abundance and would be beautiful. And of course it would be, but I'd already written off the fact that rain was it was raining on my parade. It was gonna ruin my day. And I quickly snapped out of that because I had a whole day to myself. So already I was in abundance. So I was in a very good mood. And as I looked at the rain, it was just so cozy and just such abundance, so much abundance of water and coming from the sky. I was able to sit out on the front veranda in a blanket, cozy up and listen to the sounds. And then there was the abundance of sound as well, like the rain noises, and it was just beautiful. And I remember just thinking, like, there's an abundance of everything around me, you know, like the nature around me. And then today I've woken up and it's an abundance of sunshine and beauty. And because there was all the raindrops in the trees as the leaves were moving, there were all these like glistening raindrops and little rainbows for me to enjoy the colors and the beauty of that today. Last night, I could hear the rain, I could hear the wind, I could hear the trees, I could hear birds and bats, and there was such a plethora of sounds around the cabin. And again, I was just like, abundance. There's abundance of like nature's music just here for the experiencing, all for us. Like we just get that. It's just ours to just tap into that and receive it, you know, like really receive it. Because that is what I've realized is the trick with abundance. Like, it's all here. It's all here for us to receive, but are we receiving it? There's something for you to ponder. I don't think I have been properly receiving it in my life, for most of my life. You know, I've been searching for the abundance outside of myself and needing it to be certain ways, and I've had expectations over how it should go, thinking that would result in my happiness. But if we just take the view that we are abundant, there is this abundance, it's just here, all of it just is. Now, can I lean into receiving it and how I want to receive it? Like I did with the rain. I could have received it in many ways. I could have received it as a negative annoyance, ruining my day, making me cold and wet and the ground muddy. Or I could receive it as a blessing and go out and dance in the rain, which I did. I did go and do that. There are many things in my life that aren't perfect, but there's also an amazing amount of abundance that I'm just so grateful for, and I want to voice and I want to express and I want to share with you. Abundance can come in many forms, but it is there, and it's good. It's a good reminder for me, because I have been thinking a lot about, you know, my financial abundance and what we need in the bank, and what we don't have, and with a family to provide for it can be really quite stressful at times. And yet I've just had a few days away to myself in the most amazing getaway in a beautiful cabin in the rainforest. Time to myself to breathe, to be. I have a loving partner who would do that for me, and kids who allowed me to go, lovingly wanting me to have time. If I had the amount of money in the bank that I think I need or that I want, how do I feel I would spend that if I was to treat myself, like really treat myself? I would do exactly that. I would do exactly what I've just done these last few days. And here I am doing it. How lucky am I? So yeah, I just wanted to take this moment to acknowledge that, and acknowledge my blessings, acknowledge how lucky I am. I'm really grateful that I also have this way of seeing the world, that my eyes are open and that I'm aware and awake so that I can see the abundance rather than finding what's wrong. I'm grateful for all of it. I really am. There is always an abundance of something, and you know, this experience of life, you can only make the most of or deal with your life right here. If we learn how to receive, like really receive, it's this give and receive. It can't all just be giving, and it can't all just be receiving. But if we're not really fully receiving, then we're not in balance. And I would say a large majority of humans are very good at the giving part, but not so good at the receiving part. And I can only speak from my own experience, but I feel if we could really learn to receive and perceive, you know, the life and the abundance around us in the ways we wish to. Abundance mindset. It's all about the mindset. And if we can tune into that, then you're just abundant. It's just, that's it. It's done. How good's that? So, let's lean in to receiving this life in all its beauty, in all its unpredictability, all its noisiness and madness and chaos. I give thanks for all that I have. I know there are others who are so much less fortunate than me. I'm so grateful I get to have what I get to have. And it's my wish for humanity that everyone can feel and tap into their inherent abundance. And that everyone can wake up to the truth of themselves and know how abundant they are. It's my wish for humanity that everyone be abundant. Everyone be abundant in health and in happiness, because there's always an abundance of something. So, that said, I'm going to soak in this abundance, send it through the screen to you. Breathe it in and relish in it. This life we get to live, this abundance that's inherently ours. Right on cue. Thank you, Kookaburra. Thank you for the confirmation. Like, look at all of this. It's all this abundance just here to just have. Wow, for everyone. Everyone can enjoy this beauty, this planet. This is beyond me, beyond all of us, and yet we're all connected. We're all in this together. And I'm just so grateful that I've been able to grow in love and presence and connect with beautiful people. That's what this is good for. That's a pleasure to have you here, my friend. You're here with me, soaking in this moment. I'm sharing it with you. I was just sitting here leaning into all this abundance, and then 3 black cockatoos squawked and flew right over the top of my head, right over this cabin here. The black cockatoo is just a real symbol and connection to my son Jamie, who passed away. And yeah, they've been very present during this time away that I've had. It's been quite special. It's always there. There's the black cockatoo.